Three bullies trap a quiet new kid behind the school gym, expecting him to cower. Instead, in a flash, one's on the ground, and the others learn they've tangled with the wrong guy. They thought they'd break him, clueless he was a combat champion waiting to flip their world upside down. Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. We're here for stories of grit, guts, and epic comebacks. Smash the subscribe, hit like, and drop your city in the comment. Let's dive into this schoolyard confrontation. Kareem Tolliver slipped into Millstone High in Lansing, Michigan, like a shadow nobody saw coming. No fanfare, no curious stares, just another transfer kid mid-semester. His hoodie was faded, his backpack frayed, and he moved with that careful quiet like he'd mastered reading a room before opening his mouth. It was a bitter Monday, snow slush clinging to the sidewalks, the bell slicing through the halls. Kareem paused at his locker, eyes flicking over the rush of faces. Not scared, just cautious. He knew the drill. Find your classes, stay low, don't stir the pot. In first period math, a few kids glanced his way. A girl whispered behind her hand. The teacher waved him to a back desk and kept going. No intros, no fuss. Kareem didn't care. Back in Detroit, silence was survival. His uncle called it moving invisible, a trick from streets where standing out got you jumped or worse. But Millstone wasn't Detroit. It gleamed. Kids in designer gear, fresh cuts, loud laughs like they owned the air. No one spoke to Kareem, but he caught the side eyes at his worn shoes, the smirks at his thrift store hoodie and gym. By day 3, he sat alone at lunch, a tray of spaghetti, a banana, and chocolate milk in front of him. Simple, quiet. He chewed slow, ears open. Then came the laugh. "Yo, what's that? You packed that from home?" Kareem looked up. Brock Simmons, varsity jacket, football star, junior class king, stood smirking, flanked by two grinning sidekicks. "Man's eating like it's the Depression," Brock said, loud enough for the room. Laughter rippled. Not everyone, but enough. Kareem kept his eyes down, chewing. Brock's buddy, a short kid with a crew cut, leaned in. "You deaf or slow?" Kareem blinked, grabbed his milk, stood. "I'm done." No fight, no words, just walked out, tray abandoned. But it didn't end there. Later, someone knocked his books off his desk in science. Nobody owned up. The teacher didn't see. After school, charity case scrawled across his locker in marker. It wiped off, but the sting stuck. That night, Kareem rode the number. 12 bus to his uncle's gym behind a tire shop. Sweat and leather hit him as he stepped in. Uncle Reggie looked up from taping a fighter's hands. "You all right?" "Yeah, just school," Kareem mumbled. Reggie nodded, pointed to the mats. "Let it out." Kareem changed, hit the pads, hooks, counters, pivots, fast, sharp, like they'd insulted him. He didn't brag. He didn't need to. Those moves were his anchor, drilled by Reggie to keep anger in check. But one cafeteria jab lit a fuse he hadn't meant to touch. It should have faded, a dumb taunt, forgotten by next bell. But Brock didn't let it. Kareem's calm exit gnawed at him. No fear, no flinch, just gone. By Friday, whispers spread. New kid's got attitude. Doesn't talk, just stares. In gym, coach paired them for basketball drills. Brock slung the ball hard at Kareem's chest. "Show me what you got, Tolliver." Kareem bounced it once, twice. "We just passing, right?" "Yeah," Brock said, smirking. Kareem snapped it back, clean, firm, a thud off Brock's ribs. Snickers broke out. "Dang," someone muttered. Brock's grin tightened. "All right, cool." That's when he decided Kareem was a problem. Petty hits followed. Snide remarks in halls, gum in his locker, a trip by the vending machines. Kareem stayed silent, kept moving. But silence was fuel, and Brock had the match. Lunch turned into Brock's stage. "You from Detroit, right? Bring your vest or leave it home." His table roared. Some shifted uncomfortably, but no one spoke. Kareem stared at his sandwich. Logan, one of Brock's crew, leaned over. "Dude's crazy. Doesn't even blink." "Not crazy," Brock said loud. "Just another hood story waiting to crash." That cut deep. Kareem walked faster to the bus stop that day, knowing how taunts turned to fists. At home, Reggie saw his clenched jaw. "Holding back?" Kareem nodded. Reggie set his coffee down. "Sometimes that's harder than swinging. But if they corner you, don't let them walk over you." Kareem didn't reply. He didn't need to. Rumors twisted by Monday. Kareem had a record, got expelled, fought a teacher. Lies. But they stuck. In history, Brock leaned in. Ever seen a real fight, Tolliver? Blood on the floor kind? Kareem glanced back. You don't want that. Threat? Brock smirked. Warning. The smirk faltered. Next day, Brock trailed him after sixth period, headphones in, heading for the late bus. Yo, Tolliver! Kareem turned, pulling an earbud. Think you're tough? No. You acted. I act like I want to be left alone. You don't choose that, Brock snapped, stepping closer. You done? Not yet. The bell rang, halls emptied, but this froze. Brock pressing a spring trained to strike, not snap. Friday's wind bit hard as kids bolted from Millstone. Kareem lingered, stacking desks with Mr. Patel, avoiding the rush. But Brock had a plan. By the gym's back, the lot was near empty. No teachers, just Brock, Logan, and Ty by the dumpsters, hands in pockets, too casual. Kareem saw them, kept walking, backpack slung low. Hey, Brock called. Kareem stopped, 10 feet off. Think you're smart, ignoring me? Didn't come here for you, Brock advanced. You got dropped here. Kareem's eyes narrowed. What you want? Logan edged sideways, slow. Ty chewed gum, smirking. Want to know what makes you special, Brock said. Acting better, sitting alone. I'm minding my business. You're dissing mine, Brock shot back. Got something to prove? Prove it. Logan lunged, shoving Kareem's chest, sloppy, raw. Kareem didn't flinch. Back up, he said low. Brock laughed. Go on, Logan. Logan swung, a wild punch at Kareem's shoulder. It never landed. Kareem stepped in, twisted, swept. Logan hit the ground with a crack. What the? Ty started. Kareem turned to Brock. Don't. But Brock charged, aiming high. Kareem ducked, pivoted, drove an elbow into Brock's ribs. Precise, controlled. Brock staggered, dropped to a knee, gasping. Ty froze. Yo, chill! 12 seconds, and it was over. Kareem stood, calm, as Mr. Langford rounded the corner. What's this? Brock scrambled up. He jumped us. Kareem stared. You serious? He's crazy. Langford eyed them. No blood, just Brock's rattled pride. Office, now. They walked in silence. In the waiting room, Kareem sat across from Brock, who muttered, He's done. Inside, Langford grilled him. What happened? Kareem laid it out, straight, no fluff. You're lucky no one's hurt, Langford said. Zero tolerance here. I didn't start it, Langford sighed. Doesn't matter who starts, just who ends. Kareem met his gaze. Then talk to the ones who never stop it. Langford paused, stumped. By Monday, whispers swarmed Millstone. Kareem wasn't the new kid anymore. He was a question mark. Kids stepped aside, not from respect, from unease. In class, seats shifted. At lunch, silence screamed. No taunts, just avoidance. Brock spun tails. Dude's psycho, flipped out like Bruce Lee. No one bought it fully, but no one argued. Kareem took the long way home, past the alley needing air. Uncle Reggie watched him slump in. Rough day? They act different now. Strength scares the weak, Reggie said. You exposed him. Didn't even go hard. Doesn't matter, they saw. A blurry video hit socials that night. Brock's cut, captioned, He thinks he's in a movie. Scared yet? Comments split. Dropped Logan like nothing. Something's off with him. Kareem read it, chest tight. A hearing loomed. Thursday but Wednesday Delaney, a quiet girl with glasses, sat across at lunch. I saw it all. They cornered you. Logan swung first. Why now? If they expel you for Brock's lie, I'm guilty too, she'd told Langford. Friday, she testified. Shaky, but clear. The room shifted. Decision. No action. Kareem walked free. Next week, Brock dodged him. Logan shrank. Tie split. Delaney waved once, silent. Small shifts grew. Kids stood up. Teachers stepped in. At semester's end, Ms. Curtis asked Kareem to speak at an assembly. He wrote one line. I didn't ask to be here, but I'm not leaving. On stage, he said it raw. I'm not dangerous. I just wanted my day. Don't label what you don't know. Claps started slow, then swelled. Real, not loud. A kid asked later, Can you teach me? It's not about hurt, Kareem said. Stand tall. They walked off together, proving the hardest fight isn't fists, it's belonging. If this hit you, subscribe. We've got more stories that matter.